Welcome to Coaching Domination Show, guys, where I, Ankit Ahuja, your host, brings you the insider knowledge and behind the scenes of the top coaches, trainers, and consultants across the globe. I publish these interviews of them so that I can show you exactly what they are doing to succeed. I also share straight to the point tips that help you get new clients, structure your business, sell your services, build your audience, connect and communicate with them, and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, continuing the tradition of bringing top class trainers, top class coaches on the show, today we have abundance and wellness coach Dr. Priyank, Dr. MV Priyank on the show. Now, Priyank, he is an engineer, and while working in an IT sector, he was exploring the fields of alternative sciences, and he saw a lot of miracles to the Asian sciences, and he saw well-being and personal mastery techniques. So he left IT and jumped into the field of stress management, personal mastery, and healing, and there was no looking back. He has trained more than 26,000 people across the globe on different healing modalities. What's unique about him is that he utilizes modern techniques and integrates them with the energy sciences. And this helps people understand as well as explore the knowledge with logical explanations. He currently helps people to excel as well as expand in health, in financial, in relationships, business, as well as spiritual aspects of one's life. So, Priyank, welcome to this show.
Thank you very much, Ankit, for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here.
Welcome, welcome. So, let me ask you this, Priyank. Being an engineer to an established entrepreneur into spirituality space and into healing, what's that journey like so far?
It was not a abrupt transition. It's been like my entire lifetime has been nurtured for this moment of my life, to say so. Why? Because my parents used to go to various spiritual programs, and I, being a 6-year-old kid, along with them, I used to go and attend programs along with them. So since more than 24 years, to say so, I'm in this space, and it was
Okay.
my like I along with them I used to attend, and teachers used to think ये तो बच्चा है, he's a small kid, what will he understand करके. But luckily I used to sit and understand, and I used to practice more. And
Amazing.
that's how I used to practice and implement, though I did my engineering and all. This was underlying going on inner world practices. And it was like a personal growth process. Then one moment of my life came in 2014, though in the IT space I was going and all. I was with Microsoft doing some big projects and all, uh, international projects. I was my own consultant, had many failures in startups, success, many things were happening. 2014 is the when I felt my life purpose is to spread more of healing and spirituality, which have been nurtured from childhood. So that's when I made a decision that I let go all the IT stuff and switch into the healing and wellness space. And at this phase of time, the all the technical knowledge I have, I combine with the healing and wellness space, and which is helping me to amplify and scale up to a massive level.
Amazing, amazing. In fact, Priyank, I completely relate with this journey. I have seen so many trainers, coaches succeed into their businesses, and something which bugs everyone is that they have made, let's say, a brand name in some field, and then they are scared to change that into something else. And one of the question which people thinks is, "Ki log kya kahenge?" What will people say?
Right.
Because they have
Yes.
been working in that space for a long time, and when you
Yes.
change your field, outsiders they feel that okay, probably you failed at that aspect, and that's why you were trying something new. So a lot of people have this fear and they don't actually pursue their passion. So any thoughts on that?
Your point reminds me of me one call I had in the beginning of 2015 or so. My friends came on to con call, and they started abusing me. Priyank, pagal ho kya? जाके कुछ job लो. Are you mad? What are you become like Baba? What stuff are you doing crazy? Though they were by like well wishers for me, but uh, it was a huge making me low down and all those things. I was shivering on that call, not able to explain. And next 1 year later, when we met, he was asking, "तुम दुबई गए थे ना? कैसा लगा? How was the trip, Dubai trip?" I said, "Yes."
But that is true. Consistently focusing on one side is what gives people results.
Yes, absolutely. So, yes, in the beginning, transition is challenges. Even after transitioning to the healing and wellness space, changed my topic 2, 3 times. So, to say, so my transition happened 5 to 6 times. But it's okay. First of all, people should accept that it's okay to have transition. It's okay to have changes. People feel they want the topic immediately. They want their life purpose immediately. No, that won't happen. It will happen when one person consistently keep taking action. If that's working, proceed. If something new is coming, if you feel liking that, proceed in that. And when you keep experimenting new things, there would be a point of time you will feel, this is my space. Then continue. It's nothing wrong about changing the space. It's about, are you resonating and comfortable with that? That's important.
Absolutely. Amazing story, Priyank. In fact, I see all the successful people. They have this kind of story where they uh, they are good at something, then they try something new, then they try something else which is new, and they again have a lot of failures, and then they succeed, and then it all becomes like rosy, like a Bollywood movie. And in fact,
Yeah.
most of the movies show like that. That there is an actor, there's a hero who's actually struggling, then he gets a motivation because of, let's say, a heroine's father or something like that, and suddenly in the next scene they will show him like he's a rich guy coming out of the business class and everything. But people don't show that struggle, and generally people don't show that struggle is because that's the boring part, because nobody talks about the boring part of every day coming and slogging and everything. But on this show I want to bring that boring part out. What's your boring story? What's your
Um,
struggle story? In fact, what I should ask you is.
Struggle story. After transitioning to the wellness space as well, I had two major breakdowns. One of them was recent one only, 2018. Our 2 years from just right 2 years from this date, 2018, May 2018. I was part of a venture partner, and due to some circumstances, the thoughts and actions were not being aligned between partners. My way of working and their way of working was different. So I chose to step out. So when I stepped out, whatever I made till that point or whatever as I was earning, everything stopped. I had loans to pay. I had no money. I was even thinking, how will I pay my next month rent? Or even if for going outside, I used to think, if I go outside now, I need to spend 100, 150 bucks for Uber. Let me skip. So like that kind of lower stage I was in. I was feeling very depressed, very low, feeling hopeless. How to do, what to do. I had a choice: be a victim and go back to my home. I didn't tell my parents all of this though. So be a victim, go back and find a job or do something, or just keep taking action, keep taking massive actions. I remember in 2018, I traveled to Mumbai to even teach one person. I traveled to Delhi to even teach one person because that 15K was important for me and the product sales going to happen. Now, because of the consistent action, slowly, progressive growth happened. One became 10, 15, 50, 100, 500, 700. Like that, it's growing massively, and life has last. Looking back, last 1 year, it's hard for me to myself recognize. It's just been 1.5, 2 years being in this space of training massively, scale up. It's been beautiful journey. It's been a lot of sleepless nights, carrying tons of luggages along, traveling restlessly, getting many upset and failures in the training space as well. But it's going very well. And now I'm India's top 10 only speakers of Success Gyan Academy. Success Gyan is India's leading training and seminar company. They have launched online academy. I'm only one of the 10 in India for my wellness space, abundance and wellness space.
Amazing, amazing. So, guys, all the listeners, I will share the link below where you can, reach out to Priyank, because I know he actively does a lot of training on the spirituality stuff, and many of his trainings are actually free, and many of his morning meditations are also happening online on Facebook and other places. I'll leave the link below where you can go on and actually join Priyank on the right places. Thank you for sharing that, Priyank. I have seen your journey. We have known each other for many years now. I mean, even
Yes.
before, when you were actually into your earlier business, and then in between, and then afterwards.
You saw
And
everything, yeah.
I've seen you, yeah, and that too closely, because I was part of Rajiv's team, and where I was a business coach, and you were actually a student there, uh, and then becoming actually a student of your program also. I attend one of your sound healing workshops. So if you see,
Yeah.
I've seen all parts of you, and something and we were part of BNI also in the same chapter.
Yes, yes.
And when I see you now and when I see you there, I see a change myself. Like I see a different Priyank then and there. As you mentioned that there was a lot of sleepless nights, there was a lot of carrying luggages, and a lot of struggles and everything that happened. Like a lot of hard work went into it. Was there any change in the Priyank before and after?
There is no match. There is no match who I was and who I am right now. I say, let me bring the aspect of spirituality. For people, spirituality may think religion, God, puja part, most of they think. I say, for me, spirituality is becoming a better version than what you were yesterday, what you were morning, or what you were 2 minutes back. It's a constant process of self-evolution. At the at moment of time growing massively, I had a phase that I was thinking I don't need to work anymore. I can sit and eat for 2 3 years doing nothing. But why I kept scaling further and impacting more people's life? Because I wanted to expand outside to expand inside. What's outside is a reflection of what's inside. So I was growing expand massively outside so that I can massively expand inside. Because more bigger projects, more bigger fears come up. Then you need to deal with those fears, overcome and proceed. Then scale it further. Like that, like that. So I took my business as a spiritual process so that I can expand outside to expand inside. That's the main motto I pumped up to reach more people. And as a byproduct, thousands of people lives are being impacted every single month, even now. Every single month.
Wow, wow, amazing, Priyank. So, any tips for people who are struggling? What should they work on to get uh, success in their own journey, like the way you are getting?
The biggest point I would like to mention is all the businesses, not only for trainings and trainers and coaches, all the businesses or working professionals, whatever, focus is only on the outer world, which is one fourth of our life. Our life is made up of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, four dimensions. We, as coaches, trainers, working professionals, all people focus only on the outer world, which is only one fourth.
So, when you
Mental,
say outer
emotional,
world,
spiritual,
what is that people focus on?
that's physical. So it's when it's outer world people physical only on marketing strategies, sales strategies, where to reach
Mm-hmm.
people, how to get referrals,
What
how
kind of
to
content to make?
what kind of content to make. Everything is focused on delivery part, operations, marketing, sales,
Mm-hmm.
business side of the business.
Yes.
But there is a foundation hidden layer of pillar which is based on which entire business is built. That's your inner world. If the inner world is not stronger, if there are fear, anger, hatred, frustration, past traumas, emotions, or energy blocks within ourselves, that will surely reflect outside. Tony Robbins beautifully says, business is a spiritual process to bring what's inside towards outside. Not only business, your job, relationship, health, everything is reflection to bring what's inside towards outside. So if outside some mistake is happening, there are some missing energy links in the inner world which is responsible for this to happen. So my only request is to each one of you. Some might be thinking, oh, meditation are boring, ye wo karke, or it's a old outdated stuff, or for old people. No, it's for current generation. At this moment of time, if you're watching this, it's for you. It's for each and every one person. Uh, like like petrol is the fuel for the car to pass through. Healing, meditation, spirituality, yoga practices are the fuel for our system, our vehicle called our body, to go through the life and go in an accelerated way. So your inner world, your outer world is reflection of our inner world. If you're not scaling in the outer world, means some energy link is missing in the inner world. That's simple. So please focus on the inner world.
Amazing. And it sounds very cheesy now because if I'll say 2 years back, probably even I didn't believe on these such kind of things. Only when I worked in Quantum Leap, and when I saw the kind of spiritual practices Rajiv, Karan, Pranav they had, and close connections with the Sidra Jaffrey and the spiritual practices they have. That is when I actually explored and I started believing on these things. And I know I came to you saying that, Priyank, I'm completely zero at spirituality. How do I begin with? And you gave me a few guidance steps to start my own journey. And at that time, it sounded very cheesy, but I have seen stories of people, again and again and again, who completely uh, hand it over to working on themselves. And there are so many people who say that, okay, do meditation, work out, exercise, all these things to actually grow your business. And I know it sounds fake actually, because people will think ki, how is it possible, logically it doesn't connect. I mean, true, because I used to think like that. तो मैं इसीलिए बोल रहा हूँ कि मेरे को ऐसा खुद से लगता था कि ये भाई ये सब करने से वो कैसे हेल्प होगा, कि how can I get a customer? And I see, you keep posting messages where I see that your students, they post the messages where they say, okay, I did that meditation, or that I did that specific, law of attraction thinking or writing or goal setting or things like that, and suddenly they saw results. And from outside words, it's very hard to believe, but I have seen it. So guys, it is true. In fact, if I share my own thing, it happened with me just in one day. Like, I was listening to law of attraction video from someone, and then I actually wrote it down. Like, I wrote down 20 pages in my books with my goals, and then one goal I actually circled it with red color pen and put some arrows there. And then 2 days that happened. And okay, I can call it a coincidence, but it happened. So yeah, that's what the process I did, and that happened. Now I can completely say, okay, it's not possible, or I can just believe on it, and develop my own strength, develop my own belief. Anyways, I'm just randomly blabbering here. Priyank, any thoughts from your side?
Just to simplify it to make people understandable how it works, let me give an example. Like there is a magnet and it has a magnetic field around it, and its quality is to attract iron particles. Similarly, every object, every body has an energy field around them called aura. And this energy field aura is created based on your thoughts, emotions, feelings, and environment. So, what information is there in the aura? That kind of experiences we attract in our life. So, to say so, whatever solutions people are attracting or whatever problems people are facing through, some way or other way, they have attracted them in their life. Now, people watching in this video might be thinking, no, I didn't attract this financial problem. I didn't attract this health and relationship problem. But kya hua na, from childhood, we have been consuming different kinds of information. We've seen our friends fighting. Kabhi kavar, my parents might have told in anger, you are useless. You are not worth anything. Something which goes and sits in the inner world. Or reading negative news of accidents, or reading negative newspaper, watching negative news continuously. All those information, knowingly and unknowingly, is going in our inner world, knowingly and unknowingly creating that energy field around our system, because of which we are experiencing that kind of experiences in our life. So it's simple. If you want to change the results and experiences in the outer world, change your energy. How can you change the energy? With the help of healing meditation, spiritual practices, rewiring your thoughts, emotions, and feelings. That's simple. Change your energy, change your results.
Amazing, amazing, Priyank. Anything which you implemented specifically during that phase of yours?
I did all possible things. So since childhood till now, I've been practicing more than 26 different healing modalities. And I still said, okay, what's the use of learning all these things? What is the missing element? I still started exploring. I met some spiritual gurus because of which it impacted again. And did some outer world stuff. Then I got to know there are something called abundance blocks. Then I went into deeper. There are about 32 abundance blocks. Then it took me last 2 years. That phase itself, doing some small changes in the abundance block process and putting into sequential step by step formulas, I started getting results. Then I said, oh, this sequential formula is helping me. Let me try out with others. So I helped 2, 3 people. Their life also started transforming. And I said, okay, let me take it to more people. More people have started transforming. Then I said, okay, I'll make this my mission. Like I was in the low bottom stage and I was praying, God, give me some formula, please. And I was struggling. Then I put my entire years of knowledge into a sequential formula, which is now working beautifully. Then I made it my mission. Yes, India was golden bird. Sone ki chidiya kehte the. India deserves back to be golden bird. And how India can be becoming golden bird or Sone ki chidiya, and each and every one person becomes abundant when the person starts working on themselves. So that's what drives me. That's what this formula which I got. Then I started doing large scale programs, sharing this formula with people. And when they start implementing and taking it ahead, their life also transforms. So yes, it's a sequential abundance formulas to go through in order to unlock the full potential.
Amazing. And anybody wants to go through it, then what they should do?
Maybe they can attend one of my upcoming masterclass as we'll be sharing the links.
Yeah.
Um, I do 90 minutes masterclass where I share the secret formula, exact formula, sequential step by step formulas. I share how did I implement, what are the formulas, and it's a choice of people to unlearn the formula, discover by themselves, and go towards their own journey, taking 2 3 years, or they can enter into my coaching system where I guide them through the process of implementation. Then they can go through the process, learning faster.
Amazing, amazing. So Priyank, uh, shifting the gaze here now. I know you attended a lot of training programs. Like I remember because I was working with Rajiv, I was attending all the Success Gan programs, and you were there always. And then, for to my surprise, you were attending few of the training programs even multiple times, not just one time. So you went through your own learning process, and
Yep.
this is the time when, like Priyank launch, if I may call that, before you launch your own brand, and that is the time when you were learning, and even you were part of BNI and you were doing a lot of networking, and like everybody knows you, like whoever I ask, Priyank, and they know you. And I'm not talking about like right now, I'm talking about probably 1 year 2 year back. Now so you're like a celebrity, you're so famous, you have like thousands of people following you, like true fans and everything, but I'm talking about before that. So any success formula for that, like for trainers, for
Success
coaches?
formula is success formula is simple. People they do 1 2 trainings and expect success. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's a constant effort of continuous implementation process. So continuous learning as well as implementation. One biggest roadblock is once we become trainer, people think I know everything. How can I go and
Yeah.
attend other people training? It's a ego conflict.
Yes, they
I
will think,
say
when I
you
grow big.
either have ego or you can become rich.
Yeah, in fact, one of the guy, he reached out to me saying, Ankit, you're doing a webinar, you're selling something. I said, yeah, I'm selling this course. And he said, can you share that with me? I said, okay. Then he said, but I will not join your Facebook group. I said, but why? He said, because, when I grow big, I don't want people to see that, okay, you know, I'm, I'm actually paying for these small courses because I'm doing my own webinar where I talk about me being a learned person. And I was like, okay, what are you talking about? But yeah, so
So
guys,
one,
see,
yeah,
yeah, see, Priyank,
yeah, please.
he's a role model for that. Like I have seen him in almost all the training programs, and Rajiv's Pace, which is Rajiv's signature program. I have seen him attending wherever, whichever city. If he is there, Priyank is there. He will come and he'll re-attend it multiple times, 3 days, and learn new things every time. So Priyank, all these courses which you have implemented, two questions here. First of all, what has helped you? What have you implemented in your training or your coaching system? Second thing,
Mhm.
who is your number one inspirational personality? So two questions there.
Okay. So what I learned from training programs, I used to attend as well as volunteer crew in the training program. So I know the behind the scenes, how the stage management, inventory management, people management, sales management happen. That's how I started learning. So the most important skill I go to training programs is to observe how other people are selling. If you saw, I used to keep a lot of crazy notes. I used to make how they used to sell. So the again biggest roadblock for trainers is about selling. Trainers are feeling like मेरे content है, content देख के लोग अपने आप आ जाएंगे. No, you need to sell also. You need to start loving yourself, start loving sales. To sales, so I used to hate sales. I used to say as the world's worst salesperson. I used to say myself. But there has been some magical shift in my life. I was watching one video last year about when we sell with the vibration of fear, anxiety, and frustration, we get that kind of outcome only. Those are lower vibratory emotions. But sales is nothing but a pure form of communication, pure form of idea exchange. It sales pure. What is a sale? When you give money and when a person gives money and gets 10 times more value than what he's paying, that's a pure form of sales. And when we do with the sales with the vibration of love, not with the fear, Sales with love, with a pure intention. Yes, my product and service is going to transform other people's lives. Then automatically the outcome would be loving results from lower vibration to higher vibration switch. When you take your, when you know that your product and service is going to change the person's life, it's okay to be ruthless and shameless in terms of selling, because you are coming in the pure intent of love, that yes, other person's life transform. And then the game, it was a game changer for me. The sales with love concepts I explored last year, June, July. So what my money I made in 6 months, I made in next 3 to 4 months. What I made into 3 4 2 4 months, I made in 2 months. Like that, it growing, started growing massively. So it's all about change of the internal game. Start falling in love with sales. And about the top inspiration speaker for me, I take as Tony Robbins. I always get blown away how he manages tens of thousands of people, and together when they do the rituals, the vibration I see in the videos itself gives me goosebumps. So he's an inspiration for me. My dream is to have the thousands of people in my room. So I take him as my inspiration. Rest, physically from whom I learned, I have many. Like uh, T. Harvekar's MMI, Quantum Leap, those were my life-changing programs. Rajiv, Karan, and Pranav, from them, I attending their programs again and again. All the sales, many strategies and stuff, I learned from them a lot. We were batchmates in some of the programs, and I attended also their programs. So I learned a lot from them. So I learned many things, not learning how to train, not learning how to sell, but by attending them again and again, and but by attending, volunteering to those events, then I started learning more deeper.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Priyank, for sharing. In
So
fact,
because one more
yeah,
aspect I just want to mention, sorry. So as we go start growing in training, our ego starts building. No option, it's bound to come, ego is bound to come. So to humble down, put yourself in humble situations where you are serving or doing some volunteering. Even last 2 3 months back, I went to events where I wear a normal crew t-shirt, and when we are wearing t-shirt, people don't know who we are and all. They, people, when they come first day, they abuse, they say some things and all. It's you as a volunteer being humble, accept things and know, do things properly, which help humbles you down, which will help you to scale up in the training industry. So it's very very important you go and volunteer, keeping your ego aside. That's very important.
completely agree to it. You won't believe, my first MMI program. So I didn't know anybody at that time. Like I don't know what is MMI, who is T. Harvekar, or who is Rajiv, Karan Pranav. I didn't know anything about this. Probably I'm talking about 2017 start. Okay, and just there was a program happening in Bangalore. I went and I was attending that, and I wanted something, so I just stepped out. The training was happening, like the speaker was on the stage, and as I was going out, so there was all these people who were wearing crew t-shirt and everything. And then I saw one guy who was wearing the whole black color dress, and he said, "Sir, can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, I'm just looking for some water." So he ran, he came and he gave me a water bottle, and he looked like a like a nice, sophisticated guy. But anyways, I thought probably he's one of the crew members. So I went ahead and then, but on the third day, they introduced him as Suren, who was actually the owner and founder of Success Gan, and look the humble personality. Like from me, who didn't know anything, I just saw that okay, probably he's just crew member of the event management company because he's just running away and bringing a water bottle to me. But wow, like yeah, that was like a wow moment for me. So when you were talking about this, I was just recalling that moment. And I know, Priyank, that you are a very humble person. What keeps
Thank
you so down to earth?
you.
Earning
um,
so much money, so much success, so much fan following, and whenever I speak to you, you're like in the same tone, just like old Priyank. What keeps you grounded?
One is pure intention, whatever trainings or coaching or miracles that are happening, it's not mine. I'm just a facilitator. Whatever is being done is through the universe. And if universe is taking care, I'm just like a scissors is used to cut the paper. I'm just an instrument in between to facilitate. So whatever results or outcomes are coming, it's not my personal thing. I just surrender to the higher energies, whatever it is.
Yeah, and
Second, yeah.
please continue. I'll ask you
Um,
one of my question.
just keep being aware, keep reviewing, And I programmed my mind and brain such a way that if little bit of also ego comes, some, for example, okay, let me share this aspect. There is a book called You Can Heal Your Life by Lois Hay, that it's detailedly explained. If you are getting some kind of disease or body pain, and there is underlying emotion which is leading to that emotion and pain or diseases, right? So uh, people who have knee pains, one of the major emotions responsible for knee pains is ego, pride. So people who are lower back pain, they have financial insecurity. Like that, it's a big science to say so. So I programmed my mind and brain such a way that whenever I go into the ego state, my knee pain amplifies 10x. So I catch myself immediately when I get into ego state, my knee pain starts, and I start reflecting back. Okay, where I'm getting the ego, what I'm doing, I bring back, clear it out, humble it down. That's one way I do, and keep volunteering to the training programs, and keep attending training programs in spite of being trainer. Keep attending training programs. That humbles me down. Yeah.
Amazing. Priyank, I didn't ask you a basic question because, I know you so well that was just understood for me. But for the viewers who don't know you yet, can you explain in a bit clarity what do you do exactly? Sorry, I'm asking this question very late because I did cover a part in the introduction, but
Okay.
we spoke about so many things. People can get confused. What exactly do you do?
Currently, I'm India's leading abundance and wellness coach. When pre-corona, pre-corona, last 1 2 years, I've been scaling up, teaching sound healing to people on how to, with the help of sound healing, how to be abundant in life, not only in terms of financials, but health and relationships as well. My pure focus is on inner world and vibrational aspects. Now, during the corona period, now we are more focused on the online programs where I teach the abundance aspect as a sequential formula, that if they work on their inner world in this sequential manner, how can one change their energies, which will directly impact their health, financial, relationship outcomes. So currently I'm abundance and wellness coach, helping people with their energies to unleash their potential.
Amazing. And I will leave the link below where people can go and attend that.
Yes.
Now, sound healing, clearing the abundance channel for other people, how does that work, Priyank?
Okay. Mm, Let me try to explain a simplified way. Like there is a guitar, and one guitar gives a melodious music. And when a person keeps playing guitar, sometimes guitar goes out of tune, because of which the melodious music stops coming.
Yes.
So what does the person need to do?
Tune
The
the wire.
person need to tune the wire, retune the guitar to its natural state to get the melodious music back. Similarly, our body, our system, every cell, every organ is like a musical instrument. Every cell organ is vibrating at a particular state of harmony. Because of thoughts, emotions, feelings, stress, anxiety, environment, our system goes out of tune, because of which we manifest health, finances, relationships, spiritual problems. So all we need to do is, like the guitar was tuned to its natural state to bring the harmonious music back. Similarly, we need to retune our system to its natural healing vibrating state so that we can manifest health, financial, relationships, spiritual abundance. One more aspect to understand it. Like radio is there. If I'm listening to 91.0 FM and I want to listen 104 FM, what should I be doing? I'll
Tuning.
change the tune. I'll change
Yeah.
the tune. I'll change the frequency, and all of a sudden I can listen to 104 FM songs. Now, if I want to listen 92.7 Big FM, what should I do? Again, change the tune to 92.7 Big FM. I listen to that channel songs. Now, as you see, as soon as I change the frequency, change the tuning, I'm able to listen that particular channel songs. But before tuning the channel to the channel, where were these all songs existing? Where there's this all channel existing? In the atmosphere, right? Similarly, it said all the solutions which we require in our life is already existing in the universe. But why are we not getting those? If results and solutions are already available in the universe, abundance is available, but why are we not getting? One reason is our one reason is, first let me explain this. Like radio, like we change the channel and frequency, then we are listening to the channel. Our goal is at this vibration and we are vibrating at this vibration. Because of there is a, for example, a person is vibrating, earning rupees 30,000 per month, and the person wants to earn 3 lakh rupees per month. There is a huge frequency and vibration mismatch. So like radio channel was tuned to particular frequency to hear that particular channel, we need to retune our system to match with the vibrations of our goal, and then we can bring it into reality. Einstein beautifully says, if you vibrate at the vibration of the result you want, there is nothing but you will get that results. That's physics. So we live in the world of physics and vibrations. It's all about retuning our system. So sound healing is one of the thousands of methodologies through which one can retune their system, vibrate in proportionate to the goal and reality to the want, and then bring it into reality.
Wow, well said, Priyank. You know, it's so complicated. Still, you made it. The imagination so simple. I was recently reading something about Tesla, and in even in those old times, Tesla. He's actually the guy who created the AC current, uh, the 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 distribution of AC current. Because of that, we are getting electricity as our homes, and because he studied electricity so closely and he was such a brilliant mind, he was quite a lot into spirituality and energies and healings and even in sound healing and things like that. So yeah, these things are there. But why, like now, probably in few years I've started hearing a lot about spirituality and these kind of things. Why was mm, like these things not so much heard in the previous times? Where was these things? If this is so powerful and people knew about this is like
Yeah,
ancient science, why
yeah.
was this not so much into practice so far?
So these spiritual practices and inner world practices are very strongly rooted in our family and culture system itself. Then Britishers came in, Mughals came in, destroyed our religious system or culture system, education system, because of which the distance between our own ancient secrets and our daily lifestyle got distanced, and it became the modern modern way of living. Saying these are all outdated stuff, healing, meditation, spiritual practices. Modern stuff is music, jazzy stuff or technology stuff, all those things are modern. So that kind of mentality and mindset got settled. So if you see, if we talk about meditation 4 5 years back, people used to make fun and laugh on us. People think, are you mad and crazy? But now when people say I do meditation, we say, oh wow, which meditation? How do you do? All those things. There is a perspective shift. More leaders, more coaches, more mentors, more gurus, spiritual gurus emerged because of the power of social media. The message is being conveyed to masses in a right manner way, understandable manner way by modern gurus like Satguru, Art of Living Asia, then Matra Rai, um, infinitism. Like that, there are many spiritual masters evolving. They are using the power of social media and technology, because of which youth also is getting encouraged to come into spirituality. Yeah, so there is a major role of time shift. The time has come where many gurus have, modern teachers have evolved, and the way the content is being delivered, that also has shifted.
Amazing. So Priyank, one thing which you mentioned was the vibrations. Like, you say that, okay, somebody who's vibrating here by vibrating at this frequency and his goals are at this frequency. So it will not match. He needs to vibrate at this frequency. So I remember once you told me a very powerful statement, which actually I have printed out on the other side of the wall,
Okay.
which is, again, from outer world perspective, which is, I will earn next year in 1 month how much I'm earning in whole of this year. I don't know if you remember that we had the chat
Yeah,
and
yeah. Your 1 year income becoming your something like that. Yeah.
yeah, my 1 year income becoming like a 1 month
Monthly
income,
income. Monthly
my
income.
monthly income,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
every year that cycle repeats.
Yes, yes.
And I've actually written that out on the other side of the wall.
True, true.
So let's say if I am currently vibrating at a frequency where I'm earning 1 lakh rupees. Now from 1 lakh rupee, I want to vibrate something like a 12 lakh rupees. So what should I do right now? What change should I make? Or because people, they don't know about this. Like when people think of spirituality, the only thing which comes to mind is, okay, sit down in the morning and do meditation. Apart from that, what else people should do? And there is a lot of noise out there when people go out in the internet or search various places. And even when people go and find something, there is that, uh, how should I say it? That tahrav is there, or that patience virtue factor is there, where people are told, okay, saying that, okay, go slow, you will learn. But people want to know, okay, saying that, okay, what should I do to actually get into that? Because a lot of people are who are struggling, they just focus on outside world because they don't know what to do inside. So what's what's your thought? What's your answer on that?
Mm. Like it's a days and years of subject. To simplify in a few minutes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe I'll try to simplify in a simple way. Where we are and where we want to go, there is a frequency mismatch. Means there are some vibrations which are obstructing to vibrate at that particular state. So first of all, we need to address our fears, anxiety, emotion, stress. So first, being in the training space and the motivation space, you will say, "Oh, I'm a warrior. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Tame the fear." All those things are there. But what's happening? We are suppressing the emotions and fears deep within, which is knowingly and unknowingly impacting our energy, which is knowingly and unknowingly impacting the outcomes. So first of all, I say people take 20, 30 minutes, sit down and acknowledge that you have fears. Be authentic to yourself. You don't need to show the list to anyone else. Start writing what fears do you have. Fears like people will come and betray me, or they'll blackmail me, or my image will defame, I'll lose money. Everything, small, small fears might be there. We are suppressing them. Some, if what if I teach and they're not getting results? What if they post bad comments on me? Like that. But we might think, if I ask what's your fears, you might say right now immediately two, three. But when we sit with a paper and pen for 30 minutes, we can easily sit down 30, 40, 100, 200. Even recently, last month, I did the 100, 200 fears came out. Small, small things. It's all about expanding awareness. So first, we need to write out the fears. And we need to acknowledge, yes, I have fears and fears exist. We need to acknowledge so that our subconscious mind also accepts. Then it's hard to explain the techniques how to break through the fears. So discover some processes how to break through the fears. We need to first address those fears and clear them in the energy level. Then we need to practice the healing and visualization process. Many of you might have seen the Secret movie, but some people it might not be working. Why? Because of this underlying fears are not being addressed. If an ice cream is given which is decorated on top of a shit, will you take? No, right? Even if I put extra cherries, would you still take? No, because it's known shit is underlying. So everyone has shit inside. We get 60,000 thoughts in a day, out of which 54,000 are negative. So 54,000 negative thoughts into 365 days into our age. Lakhs of crores of negative thoughts and emotions are stored underlying. So first we need to clear them out. Then we can put the new stuff. So first clear out unwanted stuff, then use the law of attraction, your visualization, meditation techniques. So that visualization and intention is very important because research has been done on runners, marathon runners. So when they were running, their heartbeat was recorded. So the runners were made sit down and they made them close their eyes and made them visualize. And when the person was visualizing, their heartbeat was raising same as they're physically running. So brain literally doesn't know the difference if something is physically happening outside or what's happening inside mind. So visualization is that powerful. So first we need to address our fears, then get into the visualization process as if we have already achieved that income goal and be in the state of that vibration as if we have already achieved and experience that vibration. So that energy vibration is created in the current space. And because of that kind of wave vibration created in current space, slowly new opportunities start opening up to attract that kind of experiences or outcomes in life. Currently, this is the simplified way I can explain it.
No,
First, let go of fears,
Quite good explanation here.
awareness.
And
Yes.
something which I have always found, and this is the process where I've seen it like every time happening, where the first step of change starts with awareness. So
Awareness,
as you
yes.
rightly said, saying that get aware about it yourself. A lot of people are not aware about it. So first get aware about your shit so that you can actually take care of your shit.
Yes.
So yeah, so awareness, number one thing. And you know what, now this is a uh, the risk factor which many people run into it is that a lot of people, they start believing it, saying that okay, I need to visualize, I need to practice the law of attraction and meditation and everything, and then वो पूरा काम धंधा वगैरह सब छोड़ के फिर यही करने बैठ जाते हैं. When now the work stops, and now all that they're doing is they're sitting and visualizing and saying that okay, money will come, the abundance will come, and they're just doing that.
Yeah, that's the biggest mismatch again. Better meditation करने से if you sit and meditate, nothing is going to happen. You need to marry it with the outer world actions as well. Then only it's going to happen. So when I was down in 2008, if I was sitting down and sitting meditation, nothing would have happened. I got to meet my new coaches and mentors and started getting opportunities to meet them. And
Priyanka, lost you. Okay,
you
so
just asked the question again about
okay, so I'll ask the question because the recording stopped.
yeah.
Now I've started the recording. So my question was, well, we were talking about कि बैठने से कुछ नहीं होगा, कि meditation करने से कुछ भी नहीं होगा, and you need to match your actions to your work, to the outer world. And then you were saying that okay, the things when things are not working out, you started reaching out to your mentors, your coaches. Then what happened?
So in 2018, when I was low, if I would have sat and doing meditation, law of attraction, get me this money and all, it won't happen. So when we are in the zone of this experience, universe automatically shows us opportunity in the form of coaches, mentors, or people who are already doing the required stuff. Then I didn't leave that opportunity. I grabbed that opportunity. I went and learned from them. And what they were doing, I started learning in depth and they started taking action, parallelly doing the inner world processes more stronger, combining those actions with my inner world activities to see the outcomes. Then the outcomes started coming. So only doing outer world is not sufficient. Only doing inner world activity is not sufficient. We need to marry between outer world and inner world activities in order to get the outcome and desired results.
And I completely agree, Priyank. While I was watching you, I saw that how busy you got, like always traveling, always on foot, always doing some of the other thing, always out there. So yeah, your outer world definitely matched what you're talking about. So tell me, the before Priyank and the after Priyank, was there any change in terms of efficiency, in terms of productivity, in terms of hard works? Was there any change in that?
There is totally change. There is a big mismatch between old me and new me. You can't be the same person who you are once you are transformed, to say so.
Yeah,
So the way I speak, the even now also, yes, business problems will come, training problems will come. Now also during the training programs, the corona effect hit and the training program stopped. Our business is challenged. Obviously, it's there. People are those invested. Some people ask money back. All those things happen and there is a current critical phase of financial situation in the training business. I accept that fears are there. I acknowledge that. But it's all about how you address, how you marry with the inner world, and knowing. Ankit, are you seeing?
yeah. Sorry. I was
Okay.
so absorbed in your
Yeah.
conversation that I just
Yeah.
paused
So
there.
now also challenges are bound to come. Now also there are multiple times I again hit to zero or something. Then
Yes.
but now I have confidence. Yes. When I had nothing, now I built this large empire of business. When I had nothing only I could build. Now I have many things still now when I'm zero. So I can obviously build. The confidence has built up. So yes, we have invested in the training programs, what people give money, and our money is stuck with the hotels, the event management companies, and all those things. Problems are coming. We are waiting for the lockdown to finish and then do the events.
Then
Problems are
restarted.
bound to come. Yeah,
And even this time, like a lot of corporate trainers, their work has stopped completely,
yeah,
and they now need to find ways to actually go online and find work. So guys, just putting a plug here. My company, we take care of coaches, trainers who want to spin their business from offline to offline, then I'll leave a link below where you can contact me. You can even join my
Offline to
Facebook.
online.
From offline to online.
Yes.
Did I mention online to online?
No, offline to offline.
Okay, my bad. So offline to online. So my team can help you, to set up like immediately within 7 days, you can actually spin your business online and start generating revenue because you have your content, you have your skills, you have all knowledge. So things like this will happen. You just need to find your ways out of it.
Yes.
So Priyank, next question to you. What's your day like? Like, what's your daily habits, your rituals? What's your productivity systems that you use?
I wake up morning 5:30 a.m. and I do my spiritual rituals and processes, some mantras and internal affirmations goes on, and I have my inner circle abundance council master class morning 6 a.m. where I clear the abundance blocks. So 6 to 7:30 that consumes 7:30. Then I get into my, I have some ash pumpkin juice that like those stuff to clear stuff. Then I get into my physical fitness and exercise for half an hour to 1 hour. Then breakfast and stuff. Again from 10 o'clock, then the day goes on. Now currently because of Corona, most of the 95% is online itself. Offline, nothing is left. So currently, most of the time in front of laptop doing online sessions, seminars, meetings, interviews are lined up, many interviews, then recordings going on, courses recordings, all those are going. Currently, those are kind of ups and downs, flexible.
Nice, nice. So
Before
while
sleeping, also I meditate and heal and then sleep. Those all aspects.
nice, nice. And what's your productivity hack? How you keep yourself
Productivity.
productive?
How to keep yourself productive is just dedicate half an hour or 1 hour minimum for the inner world practices. Because people say, "Oh, I'm too busy. I don't have time to meditate."
Yes.
Yeah, there is a common dialogue also. अरे सांस लेने का time नहीं है. I don't have time for
Ah.
sleep. I don't know if this Gandhiji said or not. Some people said Gandhiji used to say, "Today I'm so busy that I cannot do 1 hour meditation. I have to do 2 hours of meditation." So the
you know
point is, if we do meditate, it's not about decreasing productivity. The more we are focused on the inner world, the higher the productivity will increase.
Absolutely. So you were part in BNI, Major Ravindra who was there. And
Yes,
he's
yes.
like one of the most productive person I've ever seen and so sophisticated, so smart, so well spoken. And I have done some business with him and he was like prompt to reply. Even though he's like a busy man, he has his own team and everything. Put down any message to him and quickly you'll get a reply. So one day I was sitting with him and I asked him, "What's your secret of productivity?" He said, "In the morning I do 1 hour meditation," and he follows some meditation procedures. So I said, "But how do you find 1 hour in the morning? Because like time is so this thing." So he said, "To find time, I do evening 1 hour meditation." Like what? So morning and evening, he said, "That's my secret of productivity." Now it sounds so cheesy if you are
Yes,
not into it. If somebody is not at doing meditations or not yes doing all these things from outside, it looks like ye kya hai? Like how can meditation help people?
also
But
one myth I want to break down. Meditation means sitting and being thoughtless. It's not only meditation. Even I get thoughts till now. It's a choice to do a thoughtlessness meditation. That's one form of meditation. There are many visualization based, affirmation based, or intention based, physical movement involvement based. There are thousands of meditations. Try many of them, whichever you resonate, proceed with them. Like I can't do the silent meditation. My thoughts keep bombarding. I use
yeah,
more of visualization meditations because that suits me. So you need to find your way which suits you.
absolutely. Uh, Funny you mentioned because I remember I did your one of your overnight sound spa program,
Yeah.
and that time you told the same thing. And my question to you was like, Priyank, how can I meditate? Thoughts keep coming to my brain, and you told me the same thing. That Ankit, that's a different type of meditation. If thoughts are coming to your brain, welcome them, be aware of them, and then
Yes.
start bringing your practice back again. So yeah, completely agree to that. Uh, so Priyank, you do your own online courses, and you are a spiritual person, but you are also a trainer, and you rock on the stage. Like I've seen your stage presence, and you seem like a different personality on the stage. As soon as you step out to the stage, you're like tuck 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 tuck, on point, on track, and वो बोलते हैं ना मंत्र मुग्ध करने वाला presentation रहता है. You have that kind of presence on the stage.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
uh, what advice do you give to people who want to become successful trainers, successful coaches, and have a successful online program or even stage presence? Any tips for them?
Um, One is keep attending the training programs and see how other trainers are delivering. And second is keep working on the inner world. Third is when we go on this stage is like a divine space. I say that stage is a divine space. If our thoughts, words, and actions are not aligned, you don't deserve to be on stage to teach that particular topic. So many trainers and coaches are there who are not getting results by teaching that topic. It won't work. Temporarily, it might work, but it won't work. I have clear funda. I have clear funda policy that if I'm speaking something on stage, first I need to follow, then only I'll speak. Else no way. Else no way. Many people try to come on my stage or help me during my programs, whatever I say. But if I see they are not following that, like for example, I have a clear fund and no smoking or alcohol stuff. That's clear policy for me. Now I got to know some of my helping members are getting in those are in those habits. I said no, now you can't be on my stage. You either live and be in my space or no, because that's what I teach. Be
Yes.
free from those habits. And next, when you go on stage, it's not I teaching. I'm just an instrument with the humbleness. Whatever knowledge or concepts I'm teaching, I receive from someone else or someone influenced me that I got to learn. Some experimentation happened. I'm sharing the formula. Whatever teaching and energy passing is being done by the universe, and let the universe flow through us. That's the simple. So I don't have any. In the beginning, I used to have the feeling of, oh, let me impress by doing this, all those things and all those things. And as we keep doing, something beyond us takes over and let the energy to flow in. And with the true humbleness, I don't like giving lot of gyan and theory stuff. My policy is clear technique and experience.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, for me gyan stuff is less. So I love giving the techniques, and I know the pain points of people because I went through that,
Yeah.
so I can address that easily. It's easy for that. So I make myself fall at the level of what people are, then speak, then the connect happens.
Yeah. And
It's
you know,
not like I'm this big, you are
yeah,
this
yeah,
small,
yeah, yeah.
you follow this. No, I fall at the level of people, then try to explain, yes, this is the possibility. Then you can grow.
Yeah, and that's what, when I said, okay, mantra mugdh ho jate hain log, because that's a very heart to heart communication, and you are actually taking the pulse of people as to exactly what they need, and you're speaking on that, and that's why this happens. Okay, Priyank, just give me 1 minute. I'll just check on
Sure.
my son and come back. Just I'll pause it here.
Yes.
Okay, thanks for Priyank for sharing that. Now I'll ask you the other side. As a trainer, what struggles have you faced, and how did you overcome those things?
Um, when I started the training programs with other come in joint venture with other trainers, I was the youngest kind. I started at the age of 24. Then there was points people saying, "Hey, we don't want you get that trainer." All those things are there, and I was youngest. People acceptance level is hard in the beginning. Then as I start speaking, then they understand. Oh, knowledge is there. Take kuch subject here. Then they start resonating. So now also it's there. The age factor, the height factor, all those are personality factors are there. But now as we keep growing, the brand has been built. So one is that age factor and the personality factor that got impacted for sure in the beginning, but I overcame now. And then challenges were getting people into the room, all those things. In the beginning, challenges were there that got figured out. Once I remember, I learned this model in the Train the Trainer program, doing free programs, then helping, adding value to people, then selling. In the end, then they come to our paid program, all those things. Even we don't make money in free program, paid program, then we make in the advanced programs. That was the structure. Then I started this process after 2 years. When I started the free programs, first of all, it was hard to get people. When I got people, no people bought after the free program. Let's sleepless. Oh my God, how will my future be? Will I even grow as a trainer?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
then next program, 4 people bought the program. I said, oh, finally, at least some people are buying. So it's working. Then slowly 10 people, 15 people, 30 people, 40 people, like that it started increasing when
Yeah,
people
yeah, yeah.
started seeing.
And you were consistent, Priyank. There was a time when you used to send your program posters to me, and I used to circulate it with my own friends. And then I used to ask you how was the program, and you said nobody showed up. I didn't do that program. So you did face that situation, and a lot of people
Yeah.
just stop there and go back. That
Yes.
reminds me one photo which I've seen, where it shows a photo of two people who are digging underground, and one person just turns back just like
Yes.
inches away from the diamond, and one person actually comes and digs and finds that. So that
Yes.
reminds me of that picture. But many people actually turn back because they don't know how far should we go ahead and dig, because people are trying different things, facing losses, and then they feel that, okay, should I still continue that, should I do something else? But you were consistent. What's
It's the
your
same for offline as well as online. I want to say many people come and tell me, ask me, Priyank, would this topic work? Some people say, Priyank, I did one program, no one bought, so I stopped. Be it offline program or online webinar also. I said you should not stop till you do 10 minimum programs or 10 minimum webinars. In the beginning, it's bound to happen. People won't buy, or there would be low sales or low turn-ups and all. As a trainer and coach, one needs to go through the journey so that then the higher step evolves. The formula doesn't just manifest. Everyone's formula is unique. Everyone's process is unique, and that process evolves when the person keeps on doing.
true, Priyank? Any inspiration stories for you for this process, during the process, which made you what you are right now?
Um, Inspiration process, nothing. As just keep taking action. Just don't stop yourself. Stop stopping yourself. Fears are bound to come. Have coaches and mentors. Keep attending training programs. Keep learning. Never stop learning. Keep serving. Go volunteer in other training programs, and keep focusing on the inner world. That's the best things.
Amazing. What's the next goal for you, Priyank? What's the next big thing for you?
Next big thing for me is speaking in front of 1 lakh audience, 1 lakh people together in a stadium.
Oh, wow.
And it's already in process. Hopefully, in next 1 2 years, it will
Amazing,
come in
Priyank.
reality. Yes.
Amazing, amazing. And you being a Bangalore person, you went national and now you're international, and you have broken some world records.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are those? Can you throw some light on that?
Means they are not registered world records as such. Like in a sound healing training programs, usually a sound healing training program batches are 15 to 25 range, 1 2 or 15 25. But my program ranges are of my first program, big program itself was of 50 people. That itself was a record break. And no one in the space of sound healing with the Tibetan singing bowls, no one does. And later, now my program scaled up to 100 participants. So there is
Amazing.
a no match the kind of programs I do, and the quantum of energy creates there, and the kind of results people start getting the second day itself. People come and say, "Sir, mera ye dard gayab hoga. From 5 10 years, I had this pen that vanished. I got this money stuck from 5 years. It was there that came. I got this new business opportunity. Second day itself, they start speaking. So that's a magical space. It's a difficult.
Nice, nice, nice. So, Priyank, how are you now? Like, you have seen the process. It's the roller coaster ride. You have seen it. How are you now?
In what aspect?
In terms of mentally, physically, what presence you are in right now?
um Financially doing, progressing, settling up and downs, always going in training coaching business, it takes many years to get financially settled. Yes, I'm progressing in that phase, and the offline has stopped, online is booming up currently. That's going emotionally, mentally. Yes, I understood the formula and system. Before there was anxiety and stress, will this work or not? Now a system is in place. Now I know if we do this way, this kind of outcome comes. So possibilities are there. And physically, yes, I'm working out and becoming more fitter slowly, slowly. People always say you become slim, become thin, or become fitter. Always say. My currently, since many years, my weight is always constant. I don't know.
No, I feel probably the way you dress has changed, uh, or probably the way you carry yourself has probably updated. That could be
Yeah,
an
maybe
effect.
the way I walk and talk, maybe it have changed because obviously the confidence in the inner world builds up. The way we carry ourselves changes.
Amazing. And just to tell my viewers, share this. Can I share, if I can share this from your
Yes,
personal
please.
side, that Priyank is
Yes,
going to
please.
get married also. In
Yes.
fact, he's due to get married now, 2 weeks
Yes,
late
yes.
because of the Corona
Engaged, and
situation.
last week had to be marriage, but yes, now because of the lockdown and stuff, it's being rescheduled to after 5 months.
Amazing. So, many congratulations from the whole Coaching Dominance subscriber base, Priyank,
Thank you.
and wish you all the best. And coming to an end now, I know 1 hour is over, but talking to you, I didn't even realize that 1 hour is over. It was just like the question and answers and the flow. It was like so nice talking to you, Priyank. Thank you for coming up here and sharing your knowledge and being so candid about sharing everything what you know. What I will do
My
is I will leave the links below so that the viewers who are interested they can connect with you and they can join your programs and see what knowledge you are passing. And any last words to say before we end this session?
mm, last words, as the audience is trainers and coaches mainly, I would say please follow this. Let the ego be aside. Yes, we will be getting ego as we keep growing. We need to catch hold ourselves and drag ourselves down and put ourselves in humble situations by going and serving in other training programs and attending training programs. Then keep working on the inner world aspect. If you don't work inner world, your outer world won't grow. So please keep working on the inner world, and be humble enough to accept that you are not the trainer or coach. You are just a facilitator. You
True.
are not the guru. You are the medium pathway, and let the higher dimension take care. Then you will get the results.
Wow. Thank you, Priyank. Thank you. You've been amazing host,
Thank you.
and I'll see you in the next one then.
Thank
I'll
you very
connect
much,
with you
Ankit, for
later.
having me. Yes.
Thank you, Priyank. All right. Bye bye.
Take care.